1 of the National Football League. And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Broncos and the Seahawks on Monday Night Prime Time.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now here's another carry for Harris.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On second down, there's the option going left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach, State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's Barkley.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now Barkley.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Barkley to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Barkley.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Oh, it's real easy to celebrate the throw there, but this was all about the protection because he had all day to sit back, survey the situation, and then really step into that one. He wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of his offensive line, though.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Barkley.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barkley, it's complete to Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Barkley looking to throw.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
And they'll try to throw for it with Barkley.
And the grab by Croft.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Seahawks.
T. Higgins
from 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we can turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away. And
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
This one complete to Chris. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they run with Harris off the option.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Setting up the screen, Harris.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Barkley.
Right side to Williams.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard. Barkley, he completes it to Henry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Barkley.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Barkley.
And that is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football and caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Barkley. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for his 1st sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurts.
Harris has it over the middle. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Barkley. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start by running the option to the right.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw is incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Barkley.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. So the Broncos coming out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts looking middle, and it's incomplete. A 3rd field goal in the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Jalen Hurts. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Here's Barkley.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here's Barkley to throw.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Barkley. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Barkley looking to throw.
Henry's got it out on the left side. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Barkley. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Rosas' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
In a close game like this, obviously Obviously, you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one taken just inside the 10. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Barkley. This pass complete to Higgins. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barkley. And the grab by Croft.
And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barkley.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. following the penalty. It's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
From the shotgun, it's Barkley.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, this is Harris. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Shifts by him.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Down to about the 45.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Gets around him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
run up the gut with Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 36, Barkley. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Denver's offense ready to go again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Harris.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Dances by him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
And they run with Harris off the option. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That is caught. And he's brought down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Barkley. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Finding Williams once more, complete.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Complete. It's Dotson.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Rosas' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. They run again with Harris. the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Barkley. It's complete to Williams.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Barkley. And he rifles one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barkley.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Out of the gun, Barkley.
He's got Higgins over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to throw. Barkley.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wisely will throw that one away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Rosa's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver's offense now set to go. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Setting up the screen, Harris. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Partner, that'll do it. Well, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Seahawks, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.